I think we should bring out our guest. What do you think? You know her from the Showtime series Penny Dreadful. You know her from The Secret Diary of a Call Girl. And I think you might know her as the girl trapped on the other side in Bad Wolf Bay. Straight out of Texas, welcome, Billie Piper! Oh yeah, it's a little mind-blowing.
This is a genuine arena.
First off, thank you for coming to Dallas. Welcome. We brought the British weather here for you, and it's actually raining over here than it is for it.
I'm really glad to be here and in this torrential rain. In fact, it's worse than we would have in London. And also, we've been having those relentless flooding alerts through our phones, which I've never experienced before. I think it's really tense-making.
There's nothing better than at 3 in the morning when you're trying to get that 2 hours of sleep, and it all goes off. Everybody's like...
But it's the phone, it's the TV in the hotel, it's people banging on the door. You look outside, it's like, yeah, it's heavy rain. I'm not sure it warrants all of this noise. Of course it does, and I take it very seriously.
This is Texas. It's always supposed to rain 5 days out of the year.
I know, that's why I came. That's why I came. Lo and behold, it's actually sunnier in England than it is here. So thank you for that. But the food is still amazing. Yeah.
We'll do food tips later on. Sure, you got barbecue out.
I've just had so much beef. Yeah.
I'm curious to know, at age 15, 16, and so forth, you were already an accomplished pop music star, even before, I mean, one of the youngest people in Britain to reach the top of the pops and have a certified platinum single at that point?
Yeah, I know, it's nuts.
So you were already inoculated, you know, from the rigors of stardom before you even got out of Kickballs, yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's wild. Obviously, it feels like another lifetime because it sort of was a lot of years between then and now. Yeah, so it sort of set the tone of good things to come, really. And it was kind of great to experience those things at that age. It could have been sort of detrimental, but actually it fared quite well, and it sort of prepared me for the world of Doctor Who. Yeah.
When you're making the transition, it's weird to retire from something before you hit age 20, but that was what you had the opportunity to do. You said, I'm done with music, I'm focusing on the stage career. You were already voted the face of the new generation, just a phenomenal thing. And then, after that, Russell T. Davies is starting to cast for Doctor Who. Talk a little bit about the process on, because they're rebooting the series. It hadn't been on the air for over a decade,
right,
but it's still a British and really a global phenomenon even before the reboot hit. So talk a little bit about how they approached you and how you were brought into the production.
It was really kind of a straightforward sort of procedure that I was used to, which was you get the script. I read the script. I didn't really understand anything at this point about Doctor Who. I didn't watch it as a child, so and I'm glad in a way, because I think I would have been slightly overwhelmed by that as a responsibility had I have known what I was about to embark on. But fortunately, I read it, and mostly I just, beyond the sort of sci-fi stuff, I just connected to Rose, because I thought, you know, here is this kind of front-footed young girl from the council estate who is headstrong and, you know, curious and sort of bored with her life as it is, and I could sort of understand those things. And so I went into the audition. I was really sick that day. I remember, like, scoffing a brownie just before the audition, and went in. Russell was there, sunshine as ever, with Julie Gardner, another beam, and I just did my version of what I thought Rose was, and they were very clappy. They clap a lot, those guys, and that was really thrilling. And then I left, and I got another call to do a reading of it with Chris Eccleston, which we did at the BBC in a horrible room. But it went well, and then I got the job. And then I started freaking out.
Yeah. At that point, though, there's still a little bit of trepidation because it's a new generation, it's a new series, it's a new look. What was the feeling on the set? Did you know that you had a hit at that point, or was everybody still on pins and needles because they don't know how it's going to be received?
I think Russell and Julie and Phil at the helm were confident, but I don't think any of us, we didn't really know what we were doing, and a lot of the things were being done for the first time, or certainly for the actors of working with green screen, and for me, I hadn't done any of those things, filming through the night. I mean, that just seemed bogus to me, but I got used to that, and I had to, because a lot of Doctor Who was filmed in the evening. But anyway, it was just, I think we were all a bit tentative about the outcome. Meanwhile, there's loads of Doctor Who hate, the people who've been cast. There was a lot of, I've noticed something about humans, which is they don't like change. Initially, and then, like me, they seem to sort of sail through with the next round of people. So, I understand that. It's something we share. But I felt tense about that. And thank God we didn't have things like Twitter, and I wasn't really online at all at that point in my life, because I would have been frightened by you guys and what was being said. I heard. Anyway, fortunately, it was a success.
We've got people who are lined up here, and they're going to be all in the center.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
I did want to ask one other question before I throw it to him.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. We'll absolutely get You're filming that final scene with David Tennant on the shores. We all get the crying out now.
Misery.
Yeah. Was there anything going on set? Like, was there a memory you carry from that day, just knowing that this was closing the chapter for Rose Tyler for the show?
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly how I felt, which is probably why I plugged my eyes out. So maybe 6 hours trying to film that scene in the rain, the wind, and all of that sadness combined. It was a rare moment in filming for me, that experience of it feeling so real and so horrible. So sad. I genuinely felt sad. It felt strange to be shooting that sort of out of sequence. Anyway, it worked in the end, but it was a miserable day. In a good way.
All right, we can barely see, but let's go with the man in the fez right here.
Yeah, Fez one.
Yep. So, what was it like working with Eccleston and David Tennant?
Well, how was it working with them?
Yes. Were they nice, friendly? What was your experience?
They're really, really lovely, and I wouldn't just say that because I tell you the truth. If someone's a punk, I would say it, but they're really great. I mean, they're very, very different, vastly different, but they had enormous pressure, really big responsibility, and an enormous sort of acting challenge, and they were, sort of just boundless energy, and I felt very comfortable with both of them, clearly.
How are you given the news that they were making, that the changes being made between Chris Eccleston and David Tennant?
Oh, it's just one of those. Billy, we need to speak to you. Okay. Come into this office. Sure. yeah.
Headmaster wants to speak to you.
Yeah, come in here. We need to talk to you about stuff. Okay. Chris is leaving, and I was like, okay, well, I'm leaving then. I can't really do this alone, and we've been through so much together. This is ridiculous. And they were like, meet David Tennant with you. And I was like, no, I'm not interested. It's over for me. You've ruined my life. and I have to be loyal to Chris. This is an outrage. And then I met David, and I was like, oh, everything's going to be fine. That's what I mean about being, you know, a superficial Nubian. No, I'm joking. But I sort of sailed seamlessly from one man to another, one alien to another. Oh dear, what have I done here today?
It's okay, nobody has the ability to transmit to the internet here at all.
There's no one watching, which is a relief.
Oh no, yes, it should be up here. So right down here.
Hi, my name is Jennifer. I'm a huge, huge fan. I had a question, and I'm hoping you won't spare any details. You've shared some interesting on-screen kisses, so I was wondering, who's a better kisser, Matt Smith or David Tennant?
I was just joking with a friend of mine out there about this question, which comes up frequently, and he says for me to say, me, I'm the best kisser of them all. But I think I'm going to be loyal to David because he is the one I've kissed the most. So we've been able to perfect that kind of magic over the years. Where the other guys, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't. We didn't have a sort of passionate history. David.
Just let it simmer for a little.
Gosh, this is tense.
Hi, I have a question. When are you gonna meet the new doctor?
When am I going to meet the new doctor?
Yes, I mean like an episode or a movie.
Oh, wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I don't. No one has any immediate plans for us to meet. But I would love to meet the new doctor because I'm a big fan of his as an actor. But beyond that, there's sort of nothing penned in the works. Sorry.
I'd love to see Polly on stage together. That'd be
I
amazing.
would love to work with him. It'd be awesome.
Just hearing the outtakes of you guys swearing back and forth at each other would be phenomenal.
Savage.
Hi, Rocket.
Hi. It doesn't even faze me anymore. Everything feels so ordinary here to me.
My question is actually about the episode The Girl in the Fireplace.
Yeah.
I actually was wondering about the shirt that you wore. It said Wichita Falls, which is here in Texas.
Oh, cool. Oh, great.
Yeah, my grandma and grandpa Raccoon were from Wichita Falls. I was just wondering about that.
Well, I just saw it and liked it, and that was it for me. Yeah, that was one of my better costumes. Thank you for enlightening me.
So wardrobe basically has a choice about what it does in shirts that one goes.
It's not an elaborate thing with Rose. I think the most dressed up she ever was, well actually no, I suppose the Dickensian episode, that was quite she. And then
The 50s were
the
the Queen's
50s
coronation too. That
was a
was
classic, yeah. But all the other stuff was sort of like chatty teenage gear.
You were dressed up as a dude. That wasn't really a hard thing for you to have to do.
It's really hard for me.
Yeah. Sweats again? Okay, fine. Oh my goodness, what do we have down here? Hi, guy.
It's you! Whoa. Oh, love.
Mr. Rose,
Yes.
Avenger.
Favorite adventure.
Or adventure. Adventure.
Avenger. Sorry, I'm confused.
What was your favorite adventure?
What was my favorite adventure? Oh, blimey. Well, I really love Tooth and Claw as an adventure. Just because it was so funny to film, and the whole thing as a concept I found really lively, and I don't know, I just think we laughed so much filming that. So I really enjoyed that adventure. I also enjoyed the adventure sort of meeting my dad again, although that was pretty sad too.
Alternative universes being what they are, you had a happy ending with them regardless.
Exactly. There were moments, but it was a struggle to that point.
Hi, my name is Katie Markle, and it's kind of funny that you mentioned the Father's Day episode. First of all, I think we can all agree those are the best shoes we've ever seen.
Thank you.
I say that because I'm probably going to get emotional for this, and I apologize.
I'll try and keep you on the straight.
I lost my dad 2 years ago to cancer, and right after that, I actually started watching Doctor Who. I kept dealing with my grief, and I would have these dreams where he was sick and I was trying to say goodbye. And then I saw the Father's Day episode, and that night, for the first time, the dream about my dad, he wasn't sick. And before I ask my question, on behalf of every girl who had to say goodbye to her dad too soon, I thank you, because that episode meant so much to us. Very emotional episode. How did it resonate with you having to tell that story of a girl who got a second chance with her dad?
Well, first of all, thank you for sharing that. I'm sorry I didn't help you at all during that, which I promised I would. I got carried away with you. Wow, that's an awful lot to cope with, and well, I suppose with that episode, I didn't think about doing it for other people. I understood the feeling of being separated from parents, and I've had people in, not my immediate family, but people in my, beyond that, and my family sort of past, and I've seen the effects that's had on my cousins and things like that. And also, it was just one of those things that you kind of thought, imagine if that was an opportunity. Imagine if you actually what people would do for that. Imagine if you ever got to do that. And quite often when I do conventions, people ask me where I would go if I could travel in time. And I would go back to, my parents are alive, thank God, but I would go back to times with my parents and relive some moments with my mum and dad, or just watch them together in their, late teens courting, or maybe not that funny, that would maybe be funny, but you know what I mean. Sort of, I just thought that I found it profoundly moving as a concept, and that's why it sort of remains one of my favourite episodes to film, because it was less about the supernatural and more about human love and connection, and so, yeah. Thank you, lovely. Well done.
We need tissues up here, Stan. You've got me. All right, right here.
Hello.
Hi, darling.
My name is Sam. So, as we all know, the Doctor and his companion are put in scary situations. For example, with the mannequins. Have you ever been creeped out by things like that?
Yeah, I hate mannequins. I tell you what else I hate. I hate mascots, teen mascots. They really freak me out.
Sorry, Rocket.
I know, sorry, Rocket. I'm just trying to hold this think I did that really successfully, bearing in mind how fearful I find men in furry suits. So, yeah, mannequins were not my favorite at all. Sort of scuttling around. Horrible. But their dresses were pretty.
Out of the classic Who villains, was there one that even just in costume without the sound effects or anything else that got to you?
Yeah, without the sound effects. No. I found them scary in post-production. Anything beyond that is sort of hilarious. You know, it always amazes me that anyone's scared of a Dalek, for example. I mean, but then I've seen that really broken down to its very core. You know, Nick Briggs sort of sitting with me whilst I, you know, talk about nonsense outside, stuffing sandwiches, and you know, once you see it's stripped, it's very hard to take seriously beyond that. Cybermen are the worst. I mean, they're just a joke. But when it's all put together and you can see its vision, yeah, there's some. No, I know. Are You My Mummy? Are You My Mummy? Not really a villain, but you know what I mean. Just scary. And I still find that scary. Like, it's sweet when you little kids turn up with gas masks on, but it's always like, my mummy, and you go, yes. I don't know what to say, I guess. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
So from the time that we met Rose to the moment, there have been
What happened?
there have been so many different versions that we've been able to see. Which one was your favorite to present to the audience?
I know, I was thinking that today when I was signing, and some people say, can you sign Bad Wolf? And I go, yeah, but why don't I sign Bad Wolf, Rose Tyler, The Moment? There's been a few sorts of, versions of the same person. What was the question? I was just thinking that exactly. I haven't made all the right ones, sorry.
Just which one was your favorite to present to the audience?
Rose, I think, because obviously I can relate to Rose a lot more than The Moment. Although The Moment was fun to play and a welcome change, like coming back into it and not sort of pouring over the love story that is the Doctor and Rose. It was quite cool, sort of unsatisfying for a lot of people, but sort of fun for me, just to kind of go in and just be this sort of weird live wire. And so, yeah, I really, really enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Next time. So what?
Hi Rose, my name is Sophia, but I've asked about two other Doctor Who characters this question about Peter Capaldi and the Master of the new series.
Michelle Gomez.
So, in one scene when they finally meet each other, Michelle Gomez and Peter Capaldi have kissed, and we find out that Missy is actually Michelle Gomez and Missy is actually the Master. I was wondering your thoughts on that.
I haven't seen that.
Spoilers!
Spoilers!
Thank you very much, you've ruined it for me. No, I'm joking. I've been a bit busy. So I haven't seen that, so it'd be very hard for me to comment on it, but it sounds wild. Yeah? Thank you, darling.
Well, let's talk a bit about why you were busy, because you're in series 2 of Penny Dreadful currently.
Yes.
Love the show. Really do, because it allows us to see all of the different ways that we can actually take all these amazing gothic horror characters and see them interacting with each other.
Yes.
And of course, you get to snog with Josh Hartnett, which could be horrible.
Yeah.
And you're in a current plot line. We can't talk a lot about it because we're still in, I think we're in episode 3 or 4 at this point in the show's run. But talk a little bit about your approach to Verona and being able to be someone who becomes this really iconic horror character in and of yourself.
I see why you asked me that question before,
Right, yeah.
which was, what can I say about Penny Dreadful? Well, it was exciting, it is exciting, because beyond what we think of Lily Frankenstein, you know, that thread has many weird and wonderful turns. And I hope it may continue. But it was really exciting going from Bruno, who was sort of vastly different in sort of, I don't know, energy and sentiment to this sort of sweet, you know, sort of young, impressionable girl who's learning everything for the first time. The thing about Bruno is that she's quite lived in soul, and not just because of her profession, but because because she's, you know, she's a scally, and she's wise, and she's sort of spirited. It's like the fact that she was dying with consumption, and this is like watching and then, you know, Lily's like watching a baby emerge. So yeah, that's amazing to play. Yeah, love it.
Can't wait to see the rest of the season.
Oh, I'm glad.
It's so entertaining.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Right down here.
Hi, I'm Abby, and I wanted to know, how did it feel to be the first companion with the new Doctor Who series?
It obviously felt great, and as I said before, it did feel like an enormous responsibility, and but I feel thrilled that we were able to sort of bring it back, and that it worked. It's just a massive relief, and that people really connect with Rose. I've never really played anyone that people have connected to so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next question.
Hi, my name is Rebecca, and so we all know you were a companion to the 9th and 10th Doctors.
Yeah. So
What was your favorite episode filming with each of them?
I suppose for comedy and laughs, I loved Tooth and Claw. For just sort of drama and stuff, I loved, and sort of sadness and genuine feelings of emotion and love, Doomsday. And then with the 9th, I can't call it the 9th. What did we do that I loved? Oh, Captain Jack episode. I can't remember the name. Because we danced and stuff, and it was cool and sweet, and that's where the kind of burgeoning love started, I think, sort of kicked off.
Thank you.
We've had John Barrowman as a guest a couple of times. Of course, my phone blows up. I was just inappropriately touched by John Barrowman. Yes, I know.
Frequently. How many times have you heard people say that? That's what's worrying.
It's in the hundreds. He loves speaking out of school regarding his castmates. It is your turn to return the favor.
On John.
Oh yeah.
What has he said about other people? I'd be keen to know.
Well, he has told people before that all the people he's had a chance to kiss, both on Torchwood and Doctor Who, he preferred you.
Hugh?
You.
Oh, me! Oh, he said that. I don't know why I'm so thrilled. He is such a little foul-mouthed guy. I'm flattered. Since he's kissed so many people, probably most of you here. Well, he is very is a real prankster. Lots of inappropriate behavior during close-ups. Lots of penis jokes. I can't say it, there's kids here. You can imagine, right? He's not shy, let's just say that. And he loves a rise. Wow.
Next question.
Hi, my name is Addie, and I just had a question about the 50th anniversary. Since you were surrounded by like 3 different doctors and an extra companion, I was just wondering how all of those personalities like came together for you, and like were you a bit overwhelmed by it? Because I know Matt Smith is ridiculous, and Davidson is probably 10 times that, but...
No, it was just a joy for me, because, you know, I think if I was playing one of the doctors, I would have found that quite stressful, because you're doing your interpretation in front of each other, and that's weird. That would be weird. And they rate each other, and they're all such, the 3 guys are such fine actors that would be strange and frightening. But for me, I was just like coming in and watching it like a member of an audience, just going, this is like the best show ever. It's like greatest actors from different generations kind of doing their version of Doctor Who, and I get to sit on a box in some scratchy tights and Hessian sack and just watch them in their like prime, all of them. And also, I suppose, because I wasn't coming back as a sort of lovelorn rose, I kind of came back as this weirdo. So that meant that I could just try new stuff and not feel like I was sort of confusing Clara, or do you know what I mean? We just had a nice time. It was great day, great couple of days.
Alrighty, thank you.
Thank you.
And then also being able to interact with William Hurt, one of the great actors of any generation. I mean, your scenes with him were just phenomenal.
It's John Hurt.
Yeah, John.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, but it's easily done, and I've done it a million times, and I'm only saying that now because I've done it myself. He's, well, what's great about him is that he loves a glass of wine. I mean, what's great about him is a load of things that are great about him, but he likes to have a glass of wine in the bar at night, and so do I. So we spent quite a few evenings just drinking wine. It's mad hanging out with someone like that. You know, I was raised with him in my house, not literally, but through drama and film. So it's mind-blowing. And also, he was really in awe of David and Matt, and that was brilliant to see, you know, because he's so great, and when he's doing his thing, he's just so amazing to watch. I know that the other guys would have been like, oh my God, John Hurt, but in fact he was just blown away by them. Yeah, there's a lot of back, you know, patting each other on the back. It was kind of gross. You're so great, you're so great.
Well, plus as Dr. Who fans, I know there are a ton of people who would love to see at least one season of the War Doctor.
3 together.
Or even just John Hurt as the War Doctor, seeing his adventures in the time frame.
You should pitch that.
I'm sure I couldn't be the first person, but I get 10%. Right down here.
Hi, lovely.
Hi, my name is Jacob, and I know how you're with like 2 doctors, so which one's your favorite doctor just in general?
You mean through the ages, or just the ones that I've worked with?
Like 9th and 10th.
Oh, I've got to choose between 2 of my really good friends. You know, David is my doctor, so as much as I love Matt, I've worked with him loads of times on different things. He's a really good friend and literally lives around the corner. We go to the same pub all the time. He's a big part of my life. David is my doctor, so so it feels right that I would be with him. Thanks, lovey.
You just made so many fan fiction writers so happy. Yes, sir?
Hello. So at the end of Matt Smith's generation, he said that he basically was wearing a mask all throughout up until Capaldi. So what are your thoughts on that?
He was wearing a mask up until the...
He was pretending that he was wearing a facade.
When?
At the end of Matt's run, his version of the doctor says, I've been wearing a mask this whole time. I'm translating this correctly, am I right?
Yeah.
So it's not actually the doctor. He's just wearing a facade that everybody else sees.
Right. I'm sorry, what was your question, darling?
So what are your thoughts on that? Like David Tennant and Chris Eccleston were just like putting on a little show for you and Karen.
Yes. No, I think they were, I don't know, working through that sort of enormous responsibility. And they do it incredibly well. And I think that what's amazing is, at first, for having watched both of them at first, having known Matt through doing his first series and stuff, it seems like it's an enormous sort of weight, and then suddenly you're like, they can't ever imagine playing a part without that much vibrancy, energy. Those words, it's such a rare thing. So it felt very sincere. Thank you, darling. It's a good question, which I answered really bad. Hello.
Hi. So, Doomsday. When you were filming Doomsday, we see this, like from the filming of it, we see this beautiful video of you and David. Like, you can just see how emotional it was. Y'all are hugging and just kind of, somebody was crying. I couldn't tell who. But just from your perspective, how did all of that feel? Just the emotion and the depth of such an episode like that.
It just felt as if, it felt like it would, if you were breaking up with a boyfriend, that you were never going to see again. Not just like, oh yeah, don't call me, don't text, don't Google me, whatever. Like, this is like, never again are we going to see each other. And it's sort of like, that just felt very easy to tap into, because it just devastates your heart, And also, I did sort of think I'm not going to see David as much, and we've had such a ride together. It's been such a laugh. And we've been through so much together. So we worked together for 9 months of the year, and lots of things happen in your life personally, and you ride those sort of storms or successes with each other. And the thought of not seeing him every day was like, it's going to be awful. And so all of those things combined with Russell's very emotive language and theme, it was just, accurately, devastating.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You, sir, have the final question and make it good.
You're the final question.
Hi, I just wanted to ask, whenever you were sitting on the box and supposed to be the bad wolf, whenever you were talking to the war doctor, were you thinking how much weight he must be carrying after the entire, Dalek war?
Yes. Yeah. Well, it was heavy. The box was really, really heavy. The moment as well was like, it was funny to watch anyone pick that up. And then just imagining all of those things as well, it was like, yeah, he's a small man as well, and quite slight. So, yeah, he had a task on his hands. Thank you.
I'm just curious, if you are dressed as any incarnation of Rose, stand up real quick.
Stand up.
I know there's more than a few Rose cosplayers running around here.
Oh, Look, he wants another turn.
When you see so many people who have connected with Rose and in her various incarnations, what's it like to look at basically yourself
Oh, it's
walking
great.
around?
I wish I could be really sort of have humility about it, but in fact I'm just like, this is great. Oh my gosh, how cool is that? How rare is that as an actor? You know, it's great. And often my favorite outfit is the 50s one. So, and that seems to be a personal favorite, a favorite amongst the fans. But the moment's coming up, a close second.
Well, they could break it up for Stevie Nicks either way. So.
Right, totally good. Yeah, based on Stevie Nicks.
If you had the tell, all right, you have to put it in a time capsule, lock it away, and it's done. What is the one thing you would tell people about your run as one of the iconic characters on Doctor Who?
I suppose just that it's sort of, it's everything that you see on camera. It's, you know, all the kind of effects aside, the relationships between the people, the energy of every episode, the way that Russell started to write with the people in mind is just so genuine. Like, none of that is sort of, that is about sort of everyone being perfectly selected, the meeting of minds, making something really iconic and unique, and all being, you know, treated very well, and really just, it was a brilliant job as an actor. And so everything that you get when you watch it, that's a genuine feeling. That isn't sort of staged and we didn't hate each other and have bad vibes. It was the marriage of minds, and there was a lot of love there. So it's nice for viewers maybe to know that that was a genuine thing. So that's my overwhelming feeling of my time on that show.
And it was so well received, and we all loved your run, and we loved watching you on Penny Dreadful, and we love the fact that you were here spending time with Symphonics Bodals. The amazing Billie Piper!